To truly appreciate the roots of the vampire myth, we must travel back to the heart of Europe, specifically the Slavic regions where whispers of the undead first began to take shape. As we traverse through time, we find ourselves amidst a tapestry of Slavic folklore where the boundaries between life and death were far less rigid than our modern understanding would allow. The figure that emerges from this rich folklore isn't the suave, tragic, romantic that graces our silver screens today, but a creature born from fear, death, and disease. These early accounts describe vampires not as creatures of the night, but as manifestations of death, as the souls of the recently departed trapped within their earthly remains. They were believed to rise, not out of a thirst for blood, but driven by a desperate need to communicate with the living, often to warn their families of impending danger. The image of the charismatic, eternally youthful vampire found in fiction is replaced by the haunting specter of a corpse animated only by malevolent intent. Furthermore, the supposed powers of vampires differed greatly from their fictional counterparts. Instead of shape-shifting or hypnotizing their victims, these malevolent entities used far more sinister methods to exert their influence. One of the most disturbing aspects of Slavic vampire lore was the belief that these beings used their victims as conduits to the spirit realm, effectively turning them into unwitting accomplices in their nefarious schemes. Moreover, the so-called signs of vampirism were rooted firmly in the physical, observable characteristics of the body. A bloated purplish face, bloodshot eyes, and a mouth filled with blood were all telltale indicators that a person had fallen victim to the undead. Additionally, behavioral changes were also noted, including an unnatural fixation on blood and animalistic growls and snarls. It wasn't just in Slavic folklore that these chilling tales found a home. Similar narratives can be found across various cultures, each offering a unique twist to the terrifying tale of the undead. For instance, in China, the Jiangshi or Hopin vampire was believed to prey on the elderly, causing their bodies to bloat and eventually leap from their graves. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, the aswang was said to disguise itself as a human, often a beautiful woman, before preying on unsuspecting victims. While these global variants add a fascinating layer to the vampire narrative, it's essential to remember the thread that ties them all together: the universal human fear of death and the unknown. No matter how diverse the manifestations, the underlying terror remains constant, the blurring of the line between life and death. As we continue our journey through the labyrinth of vampire lore, it's crucial to remember that these aren't just tales designed to scare. They serve as a window into the minds and hearts of those who lived centuries ago, a reflection of their struggles, their losses, and their fears. Now that we've peeled back some layers of these historical beliefs, we can start to see how they've morphed and evolved over the years. These figures from folklore, born from a mixture of grief and superstition, somehow managed to survive the test of time, adapting and changing as they passed through the ages. It's as though these stories, instead of fading into obscurity, found new life in each generation, taking on new meanings and resonating with the fears and fascinations of each era. Today, we tell these stories as chilling, cautionary tales, campfire ghost stories meant to send shivers down our spines, but they're also a testament to the human experience, a reminder of our shared history and our timeless struggle to comprehend the mysteries of life, death, and everything in between.